Wanna soar? Get a mentor. Hey, it's Nina Carmichael, and we made these videos is probably because you're the most ambitious person in your circle, but you know you're capable of more, and you need a push by surround yourself with the best. So today, let's learn from one of the best, my husband Evan Carmichael, and how you can build belief in yourself. Enjoy! Okay, let's kick it off with rule number 1. Believe.
You've got a great idea. You know it can change the world. You know it could have a big impact. You know it could change the fortunes of yourself, your family, the people around you. You've got a great idea. You know it can work. You know it can work. The problem is you don't know if it can work for you. You believe in the idea, but you don't believe in yourself. And so here's what's happened. Why? Well, it's because you've tried and stopped and started and stopped and started and stopped. And you maybe saw a little bit, tiny results, but then you lose the motivation and you stop. You've never stayed with anything long enough to actually let it see results. And so you built up this pattern inside yourself that says, I can't do it. The idea is great, but I can't do it. That's really at the core. If you really believed that you could do it and you really believed in the idea, you'd be doing it and crushing it. So that's the biggest difference. That's why lack of belief is the world's biggest problem. The only thing you're missing is actual sustained momentum against your ideas. Because if you believe that you could do it, you'd be out there doing it. You believe in your idea and how it could change the world, but you don't believe in your own abilities to do it. Now this is where we have to start talking about making decisions with your head versus your heart. So your head only understands a world that exists. Your head is logical, it's practical. And so whatever's been done can be done again, right? It's logical. And so if you've got a job at some company, you know you can make X thousands of dollars a year. That's safe, that's logical, that's practical. You know it can be done. It exists. Other people have done it too. You compound that with people telling you to do the safe thing, right? Go get a job, go take the safe path, go take the safe route. And so there's a lot of outside forces, especially fear generated, that keep you on a small path, keep you on the safe path. And it's not necessarily wrong. It's not malicious. They're not trying to hurt you. It's just fear-based, and so it's small. You never create amazing things when you're living in a fear-based state. And that's what you're doing when you make big decisions with your head. Because your head only understands a practical world that currently exists. Now your heart's a different story. Your heart can create something that's never existed before. Your heart is where all the artists live, all the game changers live, all the people who end up making massive change in the world. That's where they live. They're creating something new. They say, I see something that other people don't see, and I can go create it. That's heart. You're creating something that hasn't existed before. That doesn't make sense. That's not logical. That's not practical. There's nothing to tell you that this could work, but you feel that it can work. That's where I know you guys are at. If you're watching this channel, you're watching this video, that's where I know you're at. The problem is living inside your head instead of living inside your heart. So what happens is you'll have some days where you're living in your heart. You'll have some days where you feel bold, motivated, excited, feeling like you're capable, like maybe you could actually do this. You'll have some days. I'm gonna switch my hand. My hand's getting tired of holding the video. You'll have some days where you'll actually feel that way. Like maybe I could be the person. I am bold. Maybe you watch a video, maybe you just wake up and you get inspired, you had a great dream, something happens, and you have this moment where you just feel bold, powerful, unstoppable, and say, today's my day, I'm gonna go off and do it and crush it, right? We've all had those moments. But then you wake up the next day and you're back to being in your head, telling yourself, I can't do this, I didn't go to school for this, I don't have the money for this, I don't have the talent for this, I'm not good enough for this, I'm not brave enough or courageous enough for this, right? That's all your head talking to yourself. When you haven't fully decided on something big, what ends up happening is your head and your heart fight. So if you haven't fully decided that you want to start this business, that you want to hit your 10 million subscribers on YouTube, that you want to fill in a blank, your big, crazy, ambitious goal, when you haven't fully decided on it, your head and your heart are going to fight. They should fight. Because it's not logical, it's not safe, it's not practical. If it was, it wouldn't be a big idea. Your big, amazing, bold ideas are not logical, they're not practical, and they're not safe. And so your head is always gonna say, whoa, 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 slow down, this is scary. And most of the time you're gonna listen to your head, and the people around you will tell you listen to your head. What you need to do is fully decide. What you need to do is decide that this is going to happen, that it's not an option anymore, that there's no maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. Your heart has to decide the big decisions in your life. Should you go move to that other country or other city? Should you go marry that person or not? Should you go take that job or not? Should you go start that business or not? Big decisions with your heart. And then you use your head to help you figure out the how. I always find it so funny when people are thinking, well, should I do that business or not? Or should I marry that person or not? And they make a list, you make a checklist, and you write down pros and cons, right? Never make a decision that's big in your life based off of objective pros and cons, because you're making it using the wrong part of your body. Because you might really love somebody and you come up with all these lists and you got 80 cons on that list and only one pro. Or maybe that one pro is all you need. Same thing with the business. There's a million reasons why your business is not going to work out. You sit there and make a list of pros and cons. There should be way more cons. There's a million reasons why you're not going to win and 8 why you will. And the people who go off and win only focus on the 8. Making a list of pros and cons to help you make big decisions in life is one of the stupidest things you can do. Straight up. Now, your head is very important. Your head helps you accomplish your goals, but only once your heart's decided. So your heart allows you to make the big decisions. I want this to happen in my life. No negotiation, this is going to happen. And then from there, you use your head to figure out how to do it, right? Once your head is not fighting your heart, once your head is understood, oh, he's serious, she's serious. Okay, crap, how do we actually make this happen now? That's when you use your head, because you're a smart person and you need your head aligned to help you accomplish your big goals. So if I want to go off and build my YouTube channel and get 10 million subscribers, that's happening. When I first started YouTube 11 years ago, there was no educational content. There were no 15-minute videos on YouTube. It was all memes and stupid videos and cats and just not this at all. And it took me too long to listen to my heart, quite frankly. You know, I loved it, and so I kept doing it. And you know, pat on my own back for myself is that thankfully I kept going. I wasn't as consistent as I am now, but I kept going. I didn't give up, even though there were no signs that I would have success, right? My first video got 3 comments in 1 year, and one was my mom, one was my sister, and one was some random dude. I wasn't getting traction. I was still looking back at some of my old videos yesterday, and a lot of them, no comments, right? Like one video, 35 views, 0 comments. Man, I guess I spent a lot of time making that video. And so I kept going because there was something inside me that said, I need to keep doing this. I wish I kept going faster. And it's my wish for you too, right now, with your business, with your idea, with your crazy goals. I wish you keep going, but I wish you go faster on it. That you decide with your heart to say, I am making this happen. And you say, head, listen to me. We're making this happen. Now you're the smart one. Help me figure out how to actually do it. So to get to my 10 million subscribers, how do I do it? And every day I'm using my brain to help me do it. And hopefully you are too. When your head and your heart are fighting, when your goals, your ambitions, your dreams are fighting every day what you think is practical, logical, possible, you're just going to be stuck. Very slow growth, very slow momentum, knowing you're capable of more, but just stuck because you're fighting yourself. The biggest problem is you're just fighting yourself. But when you can let go, when you can say, my heart is going to help me make the big decisions in my life, and my head's going to help me figure out how, magical things start to happen. And that's my wish for you.
Rule number 2, keep learning.
I'm going to teach you a mindset hack that if you can learn to apply will help you eliminate your self-doubt, your fears, your insecurities, and step forward confidently into whatever situation you get yourself into. And it's this: you teach yourself that you can learn anything. You can learn anything. You may not have the answers right now. You may not know how to do the crazy thing that you want to do. You've got big goals, big dreams, big ambitions. You want to do something big. That's why you're watching this channel, right? You're part of Believe Nation. You want to do something big with your life. I love it. You don't know how to do it. You teach yourself, I can learn anything. Because what we often struggle with is you want to do something, you know you can't do it yet, and then you associate with that, I suck. I can't do something, so I suck. And that attack on your self-worth, on your self-confidence, on your self-esteem prevents you from actually going off and creating something amazing, right? I think you're a genius. I think you have Michael Jordan level talent at something. I believe that. I don't just say it in videos. I believe that that's true. So whatever you're stuck on, instead of making yourself feel like you suck, that you're not good enough, that you're not capable of it, understand that it's just a skill set that's missing. The difference between where you're at right now and where you want to be is the skills that you acquire and then the action that you're taking. You're willing to take action. The problem is you probably don't have the skills yet to be where you want to be. That's okay. You tell yourself, I can learn anything. Learning becomes your superpower. I had a guy on my Instagram Live not that long ago, and he was talking about becoming a digital marketer. And he was asking me, what place do I sign up for a degree for digital marketing, and is it worth getting a degree for digital marketing, because I want to be a digital marketer. I want to sell my digital marketing services to entrepreneurs. There are some fields where having a degree is really important. Digital marketing is not one of them. Going to, I don't even know if you can get that in university, but going to take somebody's digital marketing certification is not going to be helpful for you in terms of getting new clients. You might learn some new skills that you can use to get new clients, but he was putting too much stock in the paper. His belief was in the paper that because he was going to get this certification that says that he was a digital marketer, that would help him get more clients. Now, if you're going to get a law degree or an accounting degree or something official, professionals, then great. Yes, you can't become a lawyer without going to law school, right? But digital marketing, if they're teaching out of school, it's already outdated. Digital marketing is changing on the fly. Look at what I'm doing on my YouTube channel. If I was to teach a course at a YouTube conference a year ago, it would be different. That's why in my YouTube Growth Bootcamp, I update it constantly with the new things that I'm learning, because it changed from 1 year ago. Textbooks are written like 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5, 6 longer years ago. So apply to digital marketing, it's already out of date. But the problem with the guy who called in on my IG Live was his faith, his trust was in the paper. That having the paper, having the degree would help him get credibility and close clients. His trust, your faith needs to be in yourself. It needs to be in you and your ability to learn, not in your abilities that you have right now, because you don't have the abilities yet to do the thing that you want to do. You're not capable yet. If you were capable, you would have done it. You're not ready yet. That's okay. But you're able to learn. You can learn anything. So whenever you're in fear and insecurity, in doubt, you're not sure what to do, don't take it personally. Don't say, I suck as a human because I don't have this skill set. You can learn anything. Remind yourself of it. And then you need to create a customized program for you. You need to create your own university, your own learning program, so that every day you're slowly acquiring that skill, that knowledge set that you're missing. It's why I created the 254 series, where every day for 254 days you get a new video on a topic. That if you want more confidence, if you want more self-love, you want more motivation, you want to be a writer, we've got lots of different topics. There's hopefully something there for you. But even though I may not have made it yet, right? I made a whole bunch and they're free for you. But if I didn't make it, you go make your own. My YouTube channel is my own. That every day I want more belief in my life. And so I created the channels for that. And hopefully that spreads and you guys like it. You're getting more belief with every video too. But you need to create your own program. Every day, whatever the skill set is that you want to learn, that is the only gap between where you are and where you want to be. Because you're willing to take action, you just don't have the skill sets yet. But you're willing to learn and you're able to learn anything. You can learn anything. That needs to be on loop in your head. I can learn anything. I don't know how to do it yet, but I can learn anything. And then apply it. So every day, what are you going to be learning? Every day, what video are you going to watch? What book are you going to read? What podcast are you going to listen to? How are you going to learn? Who are you going to reach out to? Who's done the thing that you want to do? And how can you learn from them and apply it? Every day. There's never been more information out there. There's never been more thought leaders, experts, people who've succeeded sharing their tips, their advice, their knowledge, their feedback. And you can start for free. Before you go and hire somebody as a coach, or you drop thousands of dollars on somebody's mastermind, consume their content for free. YouTube videos are free. Podcasts are free. Buy their book. It's going to cost $20, $25, right? Invest small. Make sure you're getting knowledge that helps. Make sure you're getting knowledge that when you apply it works. And then you can start spending more. But you need to see a return on investment for every dollar you put in, for all the mentors that you pick, your time and the money that you're putting in. You're a genius. I'm a little frustrated because I love you and I want to see you win. And I see so many talented people in Believe Nation with great ideas, great ambition, and great heart. Great heart. Like, you want to do great things for the right reasons and serve the world. You just haven't learned the skills yet. And so you remind yourself, I can learn anything. Whatever problem in front of me right now, I don't have the skill sets yet, then I can learn anything.
Rule number 3, serve.
Some people are built to serve the world. Some people want to have a giant mission, a giant vision. You want to impact the lives of millions of people. That's me. That may be you if you're watching this. That's most entrepreneurs, I think. You have a giant vision and you want to change the world. But some people are built to serve the 25 closest people to them. If I look at my wife, Nina, as an example, she doesn't have a giant mission. She doesn't have a giant vision, but she still wants to serve. If you're not happy in life, it's because you're not serving. You're not serving deeply enough to the people who you care most about, or you're not serving broadly enough to have a big enough impact on the people around you, your community, your country, your continent, the world, right? So entrepreneurs will default to, I think we want to serve the world. They did functional MRIs on the brain, functional MRIs, and they studied the impact of serving, of helping other people. And it showed that when you serve other people, when you get the satisfaction, you help somebody else out, it touches the same part of your brain as eating food and having sex, which are both also pretty important things in life. I think you would agree. And so you're built to serve. And they went deeper into the study and they found that giving triggers it more than receiving. So all of the stories that we know of how giving is great and Santa Claus and it's better to give than to receive and all this stuff, right? The things that we've been told in our stories that have been handed down to us is backed up by science. It's backed up by science. So if you're not happy right now, if you're a little bit low right now, the easiest path out is service. Serve, go help people. If you woke up every day and felt like the work that you did mattered to somebody, either to, again, the closest people to you, like my wife who's still in touch with their friends from kindergarten in China, to someone like me who wants to have a giant impact and reach 1 billion people around the world. If you're not happy, all you have to do is start to serve. So then it becomes a question of, well, how do you serve? How do you either build your vision or find a vision? Well, it comes from whatever you struggled with, right? The thing that you struggled with the most. Your purpose comes from your pain. And this is what I outlined in my book, Built to Serve. Check it out, Built to Serve. There's a link in the description. Go check it out, support me, because it's a super important book that I think is gonna really help a lot of people, including you. Your purpose comes from your pain. Whatever you struggled the most with is the thing you wanna help other people with for life. So serving the world or serving the closest people to you can take on many forms. And you'll love helping people just because that's how we're wired as people. But who specifically do you wanna help and how makes a difference. Holding the door for somebody down here, right? Like if somebody was crossing the rocks. There's this rocky part over here on the beach, way down there in the corner, this really rocky area. And if I helped somebody cross, right? There was an older couple that couldn't get across, so we went first and helped them cross. Helping them makes me feel good, right? Because it's serving others, but it's not as deep. That level of service is surface level. It's still fantastic, it's great, it makes me feel good. You can check off good deep for the day, but it's not as good as helping an entrepreneur. Because I struggled so much as an entrepreneur. It's the most painful moment in my life is quitting on my business. And I know what it's like. And I want to make the path a little bit easier for other people. So helping random stranger is still good, better than not. But helping an entrepreneur fills me up to a level that is on the level of my soul. And so you need to find the same thing for you. Whatever you felt the most worthless as a human being, you struggled the most as a person, you felt worthless. You felt disposable as a person. That feeling, that emotional feeling, you want to help other people not feel the same way. And know that there are so many people who currently are what you used to be. There are so many people who currently feel the same way that you used to feel. And your purpose is to help those people. forever. That will never get old. I'll love helping entrepreneurs when I'm 95. I struggled. The lowest point in my life as an entrepreneur, as a human, was when I was 19. And I quit on my business partner. And I felt worthless. And now I'm 39. I'm almost 40. In May, I turned 40. And it doesn't get old. 2 decades later, I'm still loving it. Helping entrepreneurs. How you do it changes. It's YouTube now. It'll be holograms in 10 years. It'll be VR, right? You'll watch me through your goggles, or I'll be beaming into your living room. It's gonna change with time, but the purpose, the mission, the vision doesn't change. I wanna solve the world's biggest problem. People don't believe in themselves enough. And so it starts with the foundation point that you were built to serve. You were built to serve. You wanna have an impact. You wanna make a difference. You wanna wake up every day and feel like the work that you do matters. And serving people lights up your brain like food and sex. You have to do it. How do you serve? Through your pain. The point isn't to live in the pain. The point is to use that pain as a conduit to help other people escape the pain. Not to go back and relive it over and over and over again, but to recognize that that pain, however you suffered, whoever might have caused something to you, was the greatest gift that they could have given you. Because now you're gonna go off and make sure that millions of people around the world don't feel the same way that you felt. You're built to serve. Now go out and get it.
Rule number 4, take action.
The law of attraction definitely works. Most people just get it wrong. Most people only focus on the thinking part and not the most important part, which is the action, right? Law of attraction. It's the last 5 letters that matter. A-C-T-I-O. A-C-T-I-O-N. 6. The last 6 letters that matter. Action, action, action. Thinking about it alone is not enough. So it's the 2 parts. You get an idea. You want something into your life. You want to manifest something amazing. You want success in your business. You want a happy relationship. Awesome. You want to speak on giant stages. Whatever the thing is that you want in your life. Awesome. You have a vision board. Amazing. Just the fact that you're thinking about it and believing in it is already a big step ahead of where most people are. Most people live in a negative zone. Most people feel like their life is hopeless, that they can't make a change, that they're stuck where they are. And guess what happens? They stay exactly stuck where they are, right? What you focus on ends up becoming your reality. So yes, you're gonna focus on your new goal, your new habit, the new thing that you want into your life. Amazing. You believe that it's possible. Amazing. You're putting up a vision board with it on your wall. Amazing. You're researching and watching videos like this every day. Amazing. That's great. That's the first starting point. But nothing happens until you take action. Nothing happens until you take action. Thinking alone is not enough. Again, it puts you ahead of most of the world, puts you way ahead of them, but you're still just gonna be this super smart, super ambitious person sitting at home not achieving your goals. You have to do something. I look at my YouTube channel as an example. My main channel, I wanna get to 10 million subscribers. That's my next goal, right? We hit 1, we hit 2, I gotta hit 10. At the rate that we're growing, it's not fast enough. Like, it's gonna take me way too many years to make it happen. So I need to apply more pressure against it. So part of what I look at every day now in my morning routine is I want to hit my goal. I want to get 10 million subscribers on my YouTube channel, right? I want to be, one of the first thought leaders, experts, business person to have 10 million subscribers on a YouTube channel. It's my next goal. Great. Writing that down every day doesn't make sure that it's going to happen. What am I doing? Right? Writing it down can lead to thoughts that then lead to action. But what am I actually doing? Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing now. One of the biggest things I'm working on now, big new initiative for my team, is I've got 6,000 public videos on my main channel. And I told my team this week, I want to go back and update all of the thumbnails and all of the titles across all my videos. That's a lot of videos, right? That's 6,000 videos. Imagine doing split tests on all of those videos. I asked for 10 a day. And so 2 key people on my team are working together to come up with what the titles are going to be. And then the other one's doing the graphic design to create the thumbnails. Maybe it works the first time, maybe it doesn't. And it's a big, ambitious project. If you think about it, we got 6,000 videos, 10 videos a day. In a year, if we did it for 10 videos every day, we're just over half of those videos, assuming that they all work out, which they won't. So this is our test. And if it works, awesome. I might have that become somebody's full-time job so that we can do 20 split tests a day, 40 split tests a day, 100 split tests a day. I don't know. But it's happening through action, right? So it starts with the idea. If you have the idea, but you're not taking action, you won't get results. If you just have the action, but you have no idea, you're running around with a chicken with your head cut off. You're going in circles without any clear direction. Most people think too much and don't do enough. That's most people. Some people do too much and don't think enough. Some people need more planning. But in general, most people are over planners. And so watching this video alone is not enough. It's a great start. It might boost your motivation. It might give you an idea to go off and try. Watching my content, watching Dan Locke's content alone is not enough. It's the essential first piece of the ingredient. It's essential. Surrounding yourself with people who build you up, who make you believe, who give you ideas you can act on, that allow you to feel like your goals are possible, that your dreams are within reach, is super important. I do it every day. It's why I create all these channels. I think you should too. You'll notice a difference in how you think every single day if you are creating content and consuming content that builds you up. But then you still have to go take the second step. It's why after every video, I have a question of the day, or I have a 3-point landing question, because I want you to take action. You need to teach yourself that after every video you watch, after every podcast you listen to, after every book that you read, that's not enough. You have to do something about it. I'd rather you watch fewer videos, read fewer books, listen to fewer podcasts, consume less if you're taking action on the ideas that come to you. Because most people are just professional consumers. And it's great that you're consuming educational content, because most people are just consuming stupid content, right? You hate your life, so you go watch Netflix all day when you get home for 5 hours and then go to sleep, right? You're a professional consumer, but you're consuming wasteful content, just entertaining content. So you've already taken a step above, right? You're consuming educational content. That's the next step. You're consuming educational content. Amazing. But still, that alone is not enough. What separates the people who go off and achieve their dreams from the ones who just have things on a vision board is that last step of taking action. So you're not allowed anymore. Your new standards. You're raising your standards for yourself. You are not allowed anymore to watch a video, to read a book, to listen to a podcast, to consume anything without taking some kind of immediate action towards it. Immediate action. Immediate action. It may not be the big thing. If you want to hit 1 million subscribers on your YouTube channel, great. What's the immediate action? Film a video today. Make an improvement to your thumbnail today. Reach out for an interview for someone today, right? Immediate action. Teach yourself that as soon as you get an idea, you do something about it, because that's the only thing that you're missing. The only thing that you're missing is momentum. If you're watching this channel, you believe in your talent, you know you're capable of more, you've got big goals, big ambitions, big dreams for yourself. The only thing you're missing is momentum. So to activate the law of attraction, pay attention to the last 6 letters, action, and start doing something about it. Also, if you want to have more self-confidence and self-belief, I've designed a special free training to help you do it. The science says it can take up to 254 days of consecutive action to build a new habit. And I want that for you. I want you to build the habit of self-belief. So what I'm going to do is email you every day for 254 days a link to an unlisted video that will shift your belief forward. To get on it for free, the link to join is in the description below. Find whatever the smallest first step is, and then the smallest next step is, and continue to build those steps. And when you look back, you'll have realized that you made some pretty significant progress. You can use rejection as fuel to help you go off and do something bigger, and motivation to, I'm going to prove them wrong. It's got to be your life's work. If you only had to write one book ever in your life, this is it, and it's got to be amazing.
Rule number 5, listen to your heart.
It's not fair. You're right. It is not fair. The situation that you're in, the people around you, the lack of resources that you have, it is not fair. I agree with you. So now what? Because you have a very important choice to make. The past does not have to equal the future. Where you started from does not have to be where you end up. All of your heroes overcame bigger obstacles than what's in front of you right now. So now what? Are you going to take accountability and create a new life, or keep complaining about how your current life is not fair? Let me tell you a quick story about friend of the channel, Alex Sayan, who helps me run Toronto Dance Salsa. Alex was a student at TDS for a number of years and badly wanted to be a helper. Helpers are advanced students who then help volunteer their time to help out the other students. He was rejected. He was rejected over and over and over again, that he was not good enough to be a helper. Finally, he got accepted to be a helper. His next step was he wanted to be assistant, then he wanted to be an instructor, and over and over and over again. While people were getting promoted and given opportunities, Alex just didn't have the material. Alex kept getting said, no, you're not ready, you have to fix this, you gotta fix that, you're not good enough yet. Keep going home, keep working on it. Eventually he got to the point where Sharon, who is the original owner of the studio, said, okay, Alex, I'm going to train you to be an instructor. Years after where most people would have been given the opportunity, Alex finally earned his way in. It's easy for him to have said, hey, it's not fair. Why are other people getting opportunities ahead of me? Hey, it's not fair on me. But he kept going. He kept working. He kept grinding. Then disaster struck. Finally, he got that opportunity, right, to be trained to be an instructor. And then Sharon, the lead instructor, hurt her back and couldn't train with him. So she asked me to come in and help teach the class. There's a problem though. You can't have two guys at the front of a class. I couldn't dance with Alex. That's not traditionally how classes are run. So Alex was defeated. Finally, he had worked so hard to get this opportunity, and then he realized, I'm gonna have to go back to just being on the sidelines because Evan's gonna come in and teach the class. Now, I didn't think Alex was ready. I had known him for a number of years. I didn't think he was responsible enough. I didn't think he had what it took. But because Sharon had made a deal with him, I decided I would honor that deal. And on the day that he came to pick me up to go to the studio, I said, Alex, we got two options. The class is happening tonight. Either I could run the class and do it and you can sit on the sidelines and watch, or you can run the class and I'll sit on the sidelines and I will guide and mentor you. You get the pick, but you have to decide right now because we're driving the class and we're going to be there in 15 minutes. What do you want to do? And to my not just surprise, but also admiration, he said, I want to do it. He wasn't quite ready to take on the whole class, but he said, I'm going to do it. And he went up and he did it. Was it amazing? No, but it was momentum. And he kept going. And now, fast forward to today, if you gave me a brand new salsa student and said, this person has to learn salsa and I wanted to have a fun time doing it, I would put money on Alex over anybody in the world to give them the best possible experience. I would. From a guy who I didn't believe would be a good instructor to now being the best in the world. How? Well, he had to overcome all of these things that weren't fair. He had to overcome growing up having super sweaty hands and not being able to touch a girl, so he never learned to dance until he became an adult. He had to overcome years of people passing him by, getting opportunities ahead of him because he wasn't good enough. He had to overcome waiting to get his chance to be trained to be an instructor. And then finally, here it is, it all happens. And it looks like the whole thing is gonna get ripped away from him because the woman who was training him couldn't teach anymore. And then he had one shot. And that's all it takes. You will get your one shot. You will get your one shot. If you keep going, you will get your one shot. If you take accountability, you will get your one shot. What do you do when you get your one shot, but you feel like you're not ready yet? Because that's the pivotal moment where you can decide, I'm going to fall back to the life that I had, or I'm going to step forward into a brave new world that I don't know how it exists yet. And I'm scared, and I'm not ready, but I'm going to take it. But if Alex told himself, it's not fair that all these things have happened to me, he would never got his one shot. It wouldn't happen. Get clear on what you want. What do you want? Make it super clear. You can't just want a better life. What does that look like? Get super clear on what it is that you are going after. Write it down. One sentence. Make it clear for yourself. Make it clear for the people around you. Make it clear for anybody who comes in contact with you. Say, hey, what do you want? This is what I want. I have absolute focus. And when people look at you and say, you're never going to do that, look at where you're coming from, that's okay, because you have direction, right? The world gets out of the way for the person who knows what they want. You need to get clear on what you want. Get it down to one sentence.
Rule number 6, stop judging yourself.
Making decisions for your life based off of what other people expect you to do is the fastest way to hate your life. Most people actually hate their lives. Most people are not doing the thing that they could be great at, and they're judging you for you going off and chasing down your dream. Listening to them is the fastest way to crush your dreams and never achieve the Michael Jordan level greatness that you have inside you. You're a weird duck. This is one thing that I've learned from all of my travels, from all the entrepreneurs I've visited around the world. I'm a weird duck, and so are you. You're a weird duck. You like weird things. You're not normal. You don't want to be normal. You don't want to be normal. You do not want to be normal. And yet you judge yourself based off of what other people expect a normal person to do. And it's time to stop. And I'm leaning into it more and more and more and more and more. And I hope I can give you permission to lean into it more and more and more as well. I'm here in beautiful Puerto Rico. We're taking a walk down the beach earlier today with my wife, Nina, and we were supposed to film. But the sound on the beach is crazy. Hopefully you can still hear it here. It's still got some wind, but on the water it's a crazy windy day, so we came back up to film. And as I was walking, I did a quick Instagram video of just my feet in the sand, and somebody DM'd me as a response to say, man, if I was there, I'd have a really hard time focusing on work. And I responded, I can't wait to get back to my room to go film. Like, this is beautiful. I love it. It's amazing, right? Like, what a scenery. I'm blessed to be here. Grateful that I can have the kind of business that allows me to travel and see these awesome places. But I love the work. I love working. I love making videos for you guys. I can't wait to plan, you know, the next week, the next month, the next quarter for what I'm going to be doing in my business. I love it. After I'm done filming, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go down on the beach. We're going to go down there. See those chairs right there? We're going to go down there. Nina's going to work on her tan. Probably pass out. That's the goal. She wants to try to sleep. I'm going to be working. I'm going to be looking at my YouTube stats. I'm going to be planning my membership course. I'm going to be looking at my YouTube growth boot camp. I'm going to be working on the book launch. I'm going to be working, and I love it. I love it. And that's weird. That's not what most of these people want to do, right? That's not what these guys want to do. But most people come to a place like this to escape a life that they hate. They come to a place like this for a couple days or for a week to escape a life that they hate. They can run away. That's when I lie on the beach and forget my life. Forget that world exists and just escape. I think that's a huge mistake. There's nothing wrong. If you love the beach, you love the ocean, you love the weather, it's beautiful weather. Coming from Toronto, Canada, we're buried under snow right now, so this is beautiful weather. There's nothing wrong with that. But what's better is fixing your life. If you're looking forward to your next vacation, that's amazing because you're looking forward to it, but not because you're trying to run away from something. And that's what most people are doing. They run away from a life that they hate. It's not the path. And these are the people whose opinions you're worried about. The people who wake up every day, go to a job that they hate, so that once a year they can come on a vacation like this, are telling you that you suck, that you're crazy, that you shouldn't be doing this crazy thing. They gave up on their dreams years ago. Don't let that infect you. And it's not that they suck and that you need to put them down, but you can't let that toxicity seep into yourself. And so it starts by understanding that, yeah, you are weird. You love weird. You embrace weird. Anytime my son, Hayden, who's 10, somebody calls him weird at school, we fist bump that. Boom, awesome. Of course we're weird. You don't want to be normal. Who wants to be normal? So one, embrace the weird. Embrace the different. You're a weird duck. That's badass. That's amazing. Love it. Own it. And then two, whatever it is that you want to do that makes you weird, go off and do it. As long as it's not hurting somebody else. Get into the practice of expressing yourself. Get into the practice of living your life more out loud. Not to try to show off and say, hey, look at me. But just to get comfortable with living your life and not having the opinions of the people who are looking at you impact you. Have empathy for them. If somebody's hating on you, if somebody's telling you that you shouldn't do it, that you're crazy, that you suck, have empathy for them. Because that person guaranteed hates their life. They hate their life. So look at their life. Do you want a life like them? Do you want to live like them? Do you want a mindset like them? Do you want to wake up and think like them and have their habits and routine? No. Hell no. No. So why are you listening to them? Self-confidence, self-respect, self-love comes from doing difficult things. Comes from doing the things that you might get judged for. Everything you want that's great out of life, your dreams, your ambitions, the big goals you have will come with other people judging you, saying that you can't do it. And so you must. You must make the choice to decide, are you going to live out loud, live your version of your life, instead of what other people, boring people, people who hate their life, who are living in mediocrity, want for you. Decision time.
Rule number 7, be bold.
Every day you have a choice. Every day you have to decide who's going to show up today. Is it going to be the you who settles, who stays comfortable, who does what everybody wants you to do, who just is afraid, scared, is unwilling to do the things that you need to do to go off and accomplish your dreams? Or is it going to be the bold version, the courageous version, the one who believes that you can create something that nobody else around you believes is possible to create? That's a daily battle. Even for me, it's a daily battle. We wake up and have to fight ourselves every day, because no matter how great a day you had yesterday, no matter how bold you're feeling today, tomorrow is a new battle, is a new day. And with time, yes, you can raise your baseline so that what a morning feels like is not as bad as it used to be. But the decision to be bold, courageous, unstoppable is a daily battle for everybody. The difference, what makes a difference? The difference between the people who wake up and then go off and doing amazing things and the people who just stay small and stay stuck knowing that they're capable of more, the difference is that successful people demand excellence from themselves every day. And it starts with having a morning routine that sets them up for success. What is your morning routine? Now, some of you may have a morning routine. You may be thinking, oh, not another morning routine video. Listen. If you're not feeling bold and confident every day, your morning routine is not serving you. And you might have the best morning routine of anybody that you know. You might be the only person who's working out every morning or who's watching a video every morning, who's spending any kind of time on themselves every morning, because most people wake up like an accident. Most people wake up, check their phone, start responding to other people's emergencies, and never spend any time building the life or the person that they want to build, right? That's most people. That's fine. That's not you. Probably. If you're watching this video, you're subscribed to this channel, that's probably not you. But it doesn't mean that your morning routine can't serve you better. The acid test for a great morning routine is, do you feel bold, courageous, and unstoppable every day after finishing it? A lot of people just go through the motions. A lot of people watch a video like this while they're making breakfast or cleaning the sink or doing something else. You're not focused. You're not paying attention. You need to. Because if you're not focused and paying attention to what you're doing in your morning routine, you're not getting the feeling that you need to feel at the end of your morning routine. I don't care if your morning routine takes you 5 minutes or 2 hours. Do you feel bold, powerful, unstoppable, courageous at the end of it? If not, you need to fix it. Now, what makes a routine get somebody to feeling bold, powerful, courageous, unstoppable is different for different people, right? The thing is, I'm gonna switch my hand here, getting tired. Whew. The thing is, everybody has something that makes you feel that feeling. You felt it before. And what it is for me is always gonna come down to service and feeling like the work that I do matters as important. So the thing I do in my morning routine is I always share a daily message. And so I'll go to my Instagram and I'll share a daily message. And I remind myself that what I do matters. It serves people. It's having an impact, right? If you woke up and felt like the work you did every day was going to have an impact, you'd be a lot more bold, courageous, and willing to take bigger chances. And so that's what I try to do every single morning. But what works for me may not work for you. That's okay. The good news is you felt bold. You have felt courageous. You have felt unstoppable at some point in your life. The problem is it's just not consistent. So what is the thing that you did, that you experienced to help you feel that level of boldness, where you felt like you were capable of doing things greater than what you're doing right now? What happened? What experienced? Were you watching a video? Were you listening to a podcast? Were you doing an act of service? Were you sharing a message? Were you talking to your mom? Like, what were you doing? Were you meditating naked with your cat outside? I don't care what it is, right? What did you do that made you feel bold, powerful, unstoppable, and confident? And then how can you inject that into your daily life every day? So you start every day with that thing as a reminder for you to go off and live a courageous, bold, powerful life, because what you're doing now is tiny compared to what you're capable of. And chances are there's nobody in your life who's pushing you like you need to be pushed. You're probably the person pushing other people to do great things. And other people in your life, they may not be supportive, they may be supportive, but even the ones who are supportive are not telling you, this thing you're doing is great. And you know what? You could be doing way better, man. Like, this is small compared to what you're capable of. The people who are supportive, They love you. They're cheering you on, but they already think you're great. Their version of greatness is tiny compared to yours, and you know it. It's awesome to be seen as great in their eyes, but you know you're capable of way, 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 way more. And that doesn't happen if you're waking up every day and just feeling okay. If you're waking up every day in doubt, in fear, and insecurity, and that's how you show up to life. You cannot allow yourself to show up every day in life feeling insecure, cowardly, small, scared, afraid, little. It's a choice. And it's easy to stay there by default because our head keeps us afraid. So Brendan Burchard goes through his high performance habits every morning. I have my routine every morning. Successful people have their routine every morning. And I know you have one too, but it needs to be better. Pay attention tomorrow morning to how your routine makes you feel. I need you need you feeling bold, powerful, unstoppable, and confident. And if you're not feeling it, neither one, you didn't focus enough because you're distracted doing other stuff while you're doing your routine, or two, your routine actually doesn't serve you as much as it needs to, and you need to inject something new into it. Either way, you have to make the change because you deserve to have a more powerful, bold, ambitious life and make those dreams of yours actually come to fruition. I'm cheering for you, and I hope you're cheering for you too.
Rule number 8, the last one before our very special bonus clip, appreciate little wins.
The only thing you're missing is momentum. You're a genius. You have great ideas. That idea you have in your head is amazing, can work, can make a lot of money, can impact the world, can serve the people around you. You're a genius. You've got Michael Jordan level talent at something. You've got Grant Cardone level talent at something. You, even though everybody telling you you can't, nobody's done it in your family before, nobody's done it for your community before, you can do it. You've got it. The only thing, the only thing that you're missing is momentum. You're not doing enough. You're not getting enough results. You're not getting the little wins. The little wins lead to bigger wins, lead to more wins, lead to bigger wins, lead to bigger wins. Momentum. I have a YouTube course that I put out, and once a month I'm in a Facebook group, and we do a live chat with the people who bought the course to help them continue to grow and blow up their channel. And 2 days ago I posted in the group to say, hey, for our next call that's coming up, what do you want to learn? How can I help? We've got this once a month time together, you and me, solo time, like what can I help you with? What topics do you want to learn more about? And you know what the number one response was? The number one response that people voted up was how to stay motivated when you're not getting results. How to stay motivated when you're not getting results. It wasn't a tactical thing. It wasn't how do I fix my thumbnails? How do I fix my intros? What do I title my video? Do you like my color scheme? What topic should I create? How often do I post? How long should a video be? None of that stuff. It's how do I stay motivated when I'm not getting instant early results? And so that's what we're going to talk about next week on the call when we get on. And I think back to when I first started. And there's lessons here for you, not just if you're interested in YouTube, but whatever you're doing. When I first started, I started speaking before I started doing YouTube. And I remember I would go into a speaking gig, and my first one, only 3 people showed up. And I would feel such a high after the speaking gig. Like, man, what this matters. This is amazing. I just helped some people. And then I'd wake up the next day and feel no energy, no momentum. It's like, man, I don't believe in myself anymore. Who am I to go and do this? All of a sudden, the question, the doubt, the insecurities just take over again. Like, where was the Evan from yesterday? And so what I did was, after every time I did a presentation, I asked for feedback, and people would email me their feedback, and the best feedback I put into a PowerPoint file. I put into a PowerPoint file, and I'd watch this presentation every morning that I made, super simple, put it to a music soundtrack that I like, and it would just be instant, over and over and over again, all the feedback that I got to remind myself that the work that I did matters. Because yesterday it felt amazing because I was out there speaking and helping people, but today it doesn't feel real anymore. It's crazy how that can happen overnight. And so I watched the PowerPoint file every morning to remind myself that the work that I do matters, that this is happening, that even if I've only touched 3 people, I touched 3 people. It helped them. It was meaningful to them. And I have to keep going, right? It's the small wins. The momentum. The only thing I was missing was momentum. The same thing for you. When I first started on YouTube, the first video that I put up was on Walt Disney. And my mom commented on it, and my sister commented on it, and then one other random person that I don't know commented on it in the first year. So think about it. The first year of me having my YouTube channel up, my first video, 3 comments on that video. And one was my mom and one was my sister, so only really 1 comment from a stranger, someone I didn't know, on my first video after 1 year of it being live. Isn't that crazy? And so what I would do is, I'd look at my comments every day, and even though they'd be the same comments because I wasn't getting very many, even seeing my mom's comment or my sister's comment or that one random dude's comment, knowing that, hey, it touched that one random dude. I have to keep going. I gotta keep moving it. Now I'm spoiled. You know, every day I still look at comments as part of my daily routine, as a reminder to myself. This stuff, the beach views, that kind of stuff, that doesn't motivate me. That doesn't motivate me. It's fun being here. I'm blessed and grateful to have the kind of business that can take me here and travel around the world and do speaking gigs and all that kind of stuff. It's amazing. But the thing that gets me up, that motivates me, that fires me up, is knowing that people are consuming my content and it makes a difference. That's a pelican right there. We've been trying to get that pelican all day. Where's he going? Where are you going, pelican? Look. Hold on. Oh, where'd he go? I'm losing him. Where'd he go? Okay. These pelicans are hard to catch. Anyway, knowing that the work that I do matters. And so still today, even though we get, I don't know how many comments every day, it's still the first thing that I do is I look at the comments. Every single morning, look at the comments to know that the work that I do matters. And I would highly encourage you to do the same. Whatever that equivalent is. If you're making YouTube videos or Instagram content, you know, look at the comments every day. Even if they're the same comments as yesterday, it's okay. Like, the work you do matters. It touched somebody. That's the momentum you need to just keep going and make one more video, one more piece of content. If you're making products or services for customers, whenever you're talking to somebody, if you have an email exchange, save the best parts. Save it and put it into a Word file or a PowerPoint file and look at it every day or post it on the wall. Print out the email and put it on the wall. So you look at it every day and like, I matter. The work I do matters, touches people, is meaningful. I gotta do more of it, because even if I'm not helping 1 million people yet, I'm helping 1 person, 2 people, 4 people. That feeling that the work that you do matters, even to 4 people, it's enough to give you the energy to keep going and doing something again today. That's what's missing from most people. That's what's missing for most of you. Momentum, that's it. So emails from customers, social media replies. You had a great meeting with somebody, write down a quote that stuck out to you. Because trying to remember it the next day is really hard. Trying to remember it the next week, the next month is super hard, what they said. So you just had a meeting with somebody, write it down. Write down the highlight and how it made you feel and post that on the wall. You need to surround yourself in a physical environment built of momentum, with daily habits that build your momentum. Because if you did that, if you woke up every day and were reminded of the impact that you're having, at least on a couple people's lives, and you genuinely felt like the work that you did matters to people, even on a small scale, it'll give you the thing that you need most, which is momentum, and the feeling of hope and belief that it's possible to keep going, to keep creating, to keep making, and that your mission is going to work out.
Now I've got some special bonus clips that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, it's time for the question of the day. I want to know, what was your single biggest takeaway from this video and your plan of action for the next week? When you just watch a video and you get motivated, the sign says you have a 35% chance of actually following through. That's not good enough, Believe Nation. We need to take some action. But when you watch a video, you get motivated and you create a specific plan of action, that number jumps from 35% to 91% chance of you following through. And when you publicly commit to other people, like leaving a comment down in this video, your number jumps to 95% chance of you actually following through on the plan you set for yourself. So I want to know your single biggest takeaway from this video and your plan of action for the next week. Leave it down in the comments below so I can celebrate you. Nobody wakes up every day and says, this is gonna be the greatest day ever. Not Dan Locke, not Evan Carmichael, not Tony Robbins, nobody. You wake up and you're tired and you have stuff in your eyes and you have lines on your face from the pillows, The difference between successful people is that they demand excellence from themselves through the habits and routines that they do daily. The problem is that thinking that these people are different, that if you're not waking up with tons of motivation ready to take on the day, that something is wrong with you. The only thing that's wrong with you is you don't have the habits that set you up for success every single day, and today I want to change that. So I have a 5S morning routine that I go through every single day that sets me up for success, that demands excellence, I'm gonna share with you guys today. The first S is sing. The fastest way to change your state is to put on music. The fastest way to go from feeling low energy, tired, bored, into an energy of I am ready to go is music. Put on the song, not that makes you feel the current way that you're feeling. This is where most people mess up. You put on music for how you're currently feeling. If you're feeling really sad and low energy, you're gonna put on really mellow, slow music. What does that do? It keeps you in the same state that you're in. It keeps you exactly where you are. What you wanna do is put on the music for how you wanna feel. And so I have a playlist on my main channel called the Believe playlist, which is the songs that I listen to. These are the songs that I listen to every day. They may work for you, they may not work for you. There's no perfect song for everybody. There's a perfect song for you. And so build a playlist of the songs that make you come alive. Here's the criteria. If this song came on, it would force you to start moving. If the song came on, you find yourself doing this. If the song came on, you would get out of your chair and want to move around. Doesn't mean you're gonna dance like crazy. Doesn't mean you're gonna start belting out the lyrics. That may be you, awesome. But if you're a little more introverted or don't like to dance, something that would make you move, something that would get you at least in your chair doing this. That's what I want. Make a playlist and put that on as the first thing that you do every single morning. It'll make a huge difference to setting the tone, changing your state, and giving you energy and momentum to start the day. S number 2 is sun. I like getting outside. I think there's something about getting outside of your home, of your condo, your apartment, getting outside, getting some fresh air, just being out in nature makes a big difference. Getting some vitamins on your face from the sun outside, but also signifying that you're leaving your bedroom, you're leaving the condo, the apartment, the home, you're leaving what happened last night, and you're ready to go off and start the day. This is especially important if you're working from home, because it's easy to have your office right next to your bedroom, or maybe your office is your bedroom, and carry that bedroom energy, that tired, I just woke up, I want to stay in bed, I want to sleep energy into your work, and you won't do great things if that's the energy you're carrying to your work. So having some kind of ritual that splits up sleeping energy to I'm ready to go energy makes a big difference, and I find the easiest way to do it is to get outside and get some sun. Bonus points if you're in a condo or apartment to take the stairs instead of the elevator. S number 3 is soar, and this is the most important thing for me. If you only take one of the 5, I think this is the most important one to take. What is the thing that makes you soar every day? What's the thing that makes you feel alive, bold, confident? What is that? And put it into your morning routine. At some point in your life, you felt bold. You felt unstoppable. You felt confident. It's happened to everybody. The problem is you don't feel that way consistently every day. You go through these bursts, these moments of, man, I could do such amazing things, but then the next day you wake up and you're a different person. You're back to the, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. Who am I to go do this crazy thing? That's the problem. So whatever the thing is that makes you feel like you can come alive, that gives you that boldness and confidence, plan it with intention every single day into your morning routine. For me, what I do is I record a message on my phone to Instagram, to my stories, I put it to LinkedIn and Twitter. Right now I'm putting it everywhere, but I need to make a message. So I think of somebody that I helped yesterday. I think of somebody who commented on a video, who I met in person, who I coached on my Instagram Live, somebody that I helped yesterday. And then I make a message channeling that person. I won't say the person's name, but I have them in my head that I need to remind myself that the work that I do is important. It's easy to get lost in the numbers. It's hard to imagine that 200,000 to 300,000 people watched my videos yesterday. That's crazy. It's a wild number, right? It's wild. It's hard to, like, what does it even mean? I don't know. I'm just sitting here talking to a camera in my office, and 200,000 to 300,000 people are watching my videos. It's crazy. I need to think down to the actual person. I need to think about an individual, that this matters to somebody, that the work I do really means something to them. And then I need to record a message and share it. That helps me soar, and I do it every day. What is the thing for you? What makes you soar? Maybe it's watching the 254 series that I put up every day. Maybe it's watching the Espresso videos like this that I put up every day. And some people
every day, this is part of the morning routine, is watching an espresso video, and I'm humbled to be part of your morning routine. For other people, it might be meditating, it might be watching a video, it might be reading a book, listening to a podcast. I don't care what the thing is, but you have felt bold, unstoppable, and confident at some point in your life. What led you to feeling that way and then demanded of yourself every day by putting it into your morning routine? The third S is soar. It's the most important one. The fourth S for me is sweat. This is just about being healthy, having a healthy lifestyle, and I want to do something that makes me sweat. So whether it's a HIIT workout, a cardio workout, a weights workout, I put that into my daily routine because I want to bust a sweat and I want to stay healthy into my 40s, which is coming up, and then into my 50s and beyond. And then the last S for me is scare. I want to do something every day that scares me. What I'm doing right now is I take a cold shower. So after sweating, I need to have a shower. Don't want to show up to work all smelly. And so I hop in the shower, but right away start turning it colder and colder and colder and colder and colder. And then right at the very end, I go all the way cold and I freeze. And even just thinking of it right now, it sucks, which is the best. Right? You want to do the thing that scares you every day. You're teaching yourself that I do scary things. So whatever is scary for you, whether it's taking a cold shower, whether it's making a phone call, whether it's sending an email, making a video and posting it, doing scary things, teaching yourself, getting that out of the way right from the beginning, I find really helps me.
If you want to learn how to seize your power to control the world, check out the video next to me. I think you're gonna enjoy. Continue to believe. I will see you there.
When you use weak language, you signal to yourself that you are weak. You signal to yourself that your goals aren't important. You signal to yourself that you are not worth it.